Hey, hi guys, it's me again, Rav, from Rav's Retreat. I dug some more rough turn bowls out that I thought you might like to take a look at. Now, I do apologise, there may be one or two that you may have seen before. My memory's not too good these days, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. But there may be one or two that you've seen before. But I think the vast majority of them you haven't seen. So let's get started. As you can see, there's a few, from fairly large down to little tiny ones. Right, let's have a look at this first one, shall we? It's ash. It's from a batch of ash that I got from a local wood. Actually, there's some power lines that run through a local wood, and every so many years they come round and cut the wood back, and you know, so it doesn't in the winter, if there's any storms come through, the trees don't come down and take the power lines down. They cut it back. Now generally one of the local farmers buys this wood, which he did. But any day I was up there taking a walk in the wood, and the farmer was there. Actually, he was loading his wagon up. So I asked him, you know, would it be okay if I take a couple of pieces, like? And the guy was brilliant. He really was. He says, yeah, no problem. I mean, the guy even offered to drop the wood off in his tractor. I mean, what, is that brilliant or what? You know, sometimes in this world I get a little bit depressed about, you know, how people are constantly me. And this guy, this farmer, actually offered to drop, you know, a few logs of ash off at my door in his tractor. But I refused his offer, but I did go and pick some up in my car. Well, my father's car, actually. And it's a few years ago now. It's probably about 3-4 years ago now. But anyway, we got this ash out. I was hoping there would be some olive in it, but unfortunately there's not. That dark, what you can see there is super glue. Actually, this bowl wasn't soaked in my washing up liquid stuff, and as what usually happens, it's cracked slightly, but cracks are no problem to me. But it's a decent size. It would make a small salad bowl. Actually, I hadn't noticed that. There's a couple of staple marks there. I hope those don't go too deep, but if they do, I can always fill them in with a little bit of sanding dust and some super glue. Right, what size is that, would you say? I'd say about 11, going on for 12 inch. To make a decent, smallish salad bowl. I know ash isn't the ideal wood for salad bowls, but I don't think there's any real problem with it myself. Right, we'll move on. This is a beautiful piece of wood. This is laburnum, which I acquired from a local school that had a few trees brought down in a storm that rolled through one night, and my daughter asked if I could have a few pieces of wood, and we turned up in the car, and the groundsman had actually put to one side about 1/4 of a ton of the stuff, which I wasn't going to refuse, obviously. It's really heavy, slow-grown laburnum. It's beautiful stuff. I mean, it looks nice now, but when you get some finish on that, it will just come alive. And it's got all, you know, it's got natural fissures in it. It's beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. I love this wood. It's got to be one of my favourite woods to turn. It's up there in my top 10 anyway. Laburnum, definitely. It's one of the few English woods that are a real hard, you know, dense, heavy wood. It really is a fantastic wood. I know you guys in the US, I don't know if you guys have got access to laburnum. I would imagine you'll be able to buy it from the wood turning shops over there, but I don't know if laburnum grows, you know, naturally over there. It's something I haven't looked into, but I would imagine so. Laburnum's like a garden tree. A lot of people have them in the gardens, don't they? Laburnum, and if the house changes hands and the new occupants have got children, well, laburnum trees tend to get chopped down because, of course, of the poisonous, what they call it, the poisonous seeds. So have a look round. But it really is, if you've never turned it before, it's beautiful wood. Turns for such a hard, heavy, dense wood, it turns absolutely beautifully. It really does. And of course you've got the contrasting sapwood with the heartwood. Heartwood's a lovely dark chocolate brown. It ranges from a light brown down to almost black. It's a beautiful wood. And then of course the sapwood is this creamy white colour. Beautiful. Highly recommend that wood, guys. If you get access to some large pieces of laburnum, you know, bowl size, get yourselves in there. Beautiful wood. Right, we'll put that down. Oh, I think I may have showed you that piece before, so I do apologise if you've seen it before. This is another piece of ash. It's from the same place where the farmer offered to deliver it. It's been turned very thick. It has got a split as well, this one, unfortunately, but that ain't too big a problem. I think this was one of the first pieces I ever tried to core, if I remember rightly. It was one of the first times I attempted to core, you know, use my coring gizmo on it, hence the little stub in the middle. Says it's not dry, so I don't know why. It's been in the shed for probably 3 or 4 years. I think that must be old. I've just not got round to turning it. For me, this feels dry. Right, not much to say. Usual ash, your typical ash bowl. Unfortunately, we haven't got none of the dark ash in it. The go on, what they call it, sometimes it turns up in ash. I've just mentioned it with the other bowl. You see how my brain works, my memory. It's completely gone. Olive ash. But unfortunately, there's none in. Ugh. Right, next up, this'll make a nice bowl. This is silver birch. A piece that was from a tree that grew outside my brother's house. And this, when it's turned, will be stunning. When I was first starting to turn, about 10 years ago, I read a book about turning, and it actually said that willow and silver birch were no good for turning. So that year I had tons and tons of it offered, and I refused it. And then of course later on I found out that it's an excellent turning wood. Really is a beautiful wood to turn. So I missed out on tons and tons of the stuff. But c'est la vie, that's the way it goes. That's going to make a really nice bowl. In fact, I might make that bowl for my sister-in-law as a fruit bowl. The piece came from outside their house. It was a big silver birch tree that got chopped down when they were making some new houses. So I may turn it into a fruit bowl for my sister-in-law and my brother. Make a nice bowl. I don't know. May do, may not. I probably will, I think. Oh, this is, while we're on it, this is what I love about silver birch. You get that flame effect in it. It's very, it's slightly spouted. And you get, if you look at it, it looks like a campfire, flames wicking up. See it a little bit better on this side. It looks, I call it flame birch. It looks really nice. A little bit of spouting at bottom, but unfortunately it's at the bottom that's going to get turned away. Never mind. But it'll make a nice bowl. Right guys, I'll end this video here, and I'll make another video. Unfortunately YouTube only allows me 15 minutes at the moment. I am in the future going to extend it. I think I'm going to give them my telephone number and make it so I can put longer videos on. Right, we'll end this one here then, and we'll start on the next one. So I hope you'll stick around and watch the next one, guys. Take care in your workshops, guys. Watch those fingers, eyes and lungs. Bye bye now.